Now, let's play
Win Tim's Money!
Welcome, everyone. I'm your host, Mike West. I'm sure you've all played before, but for the folks at home who haven't, here's how it works. 7 questions in 60 seconds, ranging from pop, culture, radio, trivia, golf, the Beatles, and complete nonsensory. You can pass all you like and are allowed to come back at the end to any unanswered questions. Whoever has the most questions correct in 60 seconds wins a crisp $1 bill from Tim's wallet. Okay, let's meet today's contestant.
Oh, I'm Tom Wilkfons.
Tom, pleased to meet you.
Oh, good to meet you too.
So, we have questions about radio, the Beatles, golf questions, all kinds of stuff that you probably know because you're very smart.
Thank you.
If you win, you are going to play for this, Tim's dollar.
Wow.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, so 7 questions, 60 seconds. You can pass all you like and return to answer any of the unanswered questions, okay? All right, I think I said that right. All right, here we go. Let's start the clock. The portion of the FM dial between 88 and 92 megahertz is usually reserved for what type of station?
Non-commercial or educational.
What course was the 18-hole round of golf created?
Alan Moore.
How many grams are there in a kilogram?
1,000.
Which planet has the highest mountain in the solar system?
Jupiter.
What is the maximum broadcasting power allowed for a U.S. radio station?
100,000 watts.
Which jazz musician was known for playing a bent trumpet?
Oh, Dizzy Gillespie.
Who arranged the Beatles' first audition at Decca Records?
Their mothers.
Tom, you got 4 out of 7 questions correct in 39 seconds. That is a new world's record because, well, this is the first time we've actually played. So let's bring Tim in now to win Tim's dollar. All right, Tim, you're competing against Tom. We're not going to tell you how well he did. Are you ready? 7 questions, 60 seconds. Here we go. Question 1. The portion of the FM dial between 88 and 92 megahertz is usually reserved for what type of station?
Educational.
What course was the 18-hole round of golf created?
St. Andrews.
How many grams are there in a kilogram?
1 million.
Which planet has the highest mountain in the solar system?
Venus.
What is the maximum broadcasting power allowed for a U.S. radio station?
I already used 1 million at one other point, right? So I'm going to say it's 100,000 watts FM.
Which jazz musician was known for playing a bent trumpet? Hurry, Tim. Time's running out.
Dizzy Gillespie.
Who arranged the Beatles' first audition at Decca Records?
Okay, so this is a trick question here.
Oh, time's up.
How much is it going to cost me to just win this thing?
$1 million.
I should have paid more attention.
Sorry. We have to follow the rules of the game.
Well,
FCC regulations.
Well, fortunately, we have a little thing called payroll deductions.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to the results, shall we?
Okay.
Out of the 7 questions, you both answered 4 correctly. However, Tim, you spent way too much time. Tom answered all the questions within 47 seconds, so Tom wins Tim's dollar.
Yes.
Curses.
What's that?
Oh, that? No, I kind of travel with this. I'm pretty proud of it. It's my Great Boss trophy. It's world-class car washer and great boss from the BSW team in 1999.
Boy, I'm sure that makes the company proud.
Check that out. Yep, that's pretty good. I thought we would put it like right here during the competition.
Yeah, I think the lights might reflect off of the pickup truck.
Yeah, good point.
Well, there you have it, folks. You win some, you dim some. Am I right, Tim? Tim? Yeah, must be going to the bank with all that cash.
$1 million.
Join us again next time for BSW's
Win Tim's Money.
Bye-bye, everybody.
broadcast friends. We are at NAB 2019 in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, what a crazy town. Can you hear okay in your head?
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
good.
I got to crank mine up because I'm
right.
deaf
Right on.
from cranking headphones up.
There you
all
go.
my
There,
life.
see, it's
We are with Ryan Burke, Senior Sales Manager for Rode Microphones, one of the coolest companies in the world, and they happen to be based in Sydney, Australia.
that's right.
Thus, the accent.
Yes, and thank you so much for having me on the podcast.
Hell yeah. Welcome to America.
Exactly, man. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun.
Okay,
I love
I
coming
got to ask
to
the
NAB.
geeky questions. How long is that flight? I can't from.
It's
Sydney?
like it's 14 hours from Sydney to LA, and then we, usually do the road trip across the desert because why not?
Oh, is that what you did?
Yeah. We drove over from LA, and
You like to drive?
Yeah. Like, road tripping, listening to some country music. It was good fun.
You're a country guy.
I kind of listen to all sorts of stuff, but when in Rome, if we're driving across the US, we're going to be cranking some country tunes.
I got to admit, it is pretty cool to drive cross country.
Yeah, it's
I
good
mean,
fun.
this
man.
is such a diverse.
It's amazing.
diverse
It's an
country.
amazing place to drive.
Yeah.
So
So welcome.
thank you. It's good to be here.
And you have some amazing products. First, what are we talking into right now?
So we're using the Rode Pod mic right now. It's the latest addition into our broadcast mic range, and we've released this around the same time as the Rodecaster Pro, which I know that you guys have been
I think we
doing
have some
a
B-roll
lot
on
of
the
cool
Pro.
stuff with.
Can we roll the Pro B-roll, Nige?
So this is the Rodecaster Pro. Now this is
thing
an all-in-one.
Can I just interrupt
Yeah,
you?
please go for it.
The thing is awesome. It's been the talk of this booth.
Really? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's great, man.
Yeah, look,
So explain what it does.
Yeah, what we wanted to do with the Rodecaster Pro was to develop an all-in-one, podcasting, even for like radio production console that integrates all of the different pieces of gear that you used to have as separate things. So like a 4-channel headphone amp, a mixer, a load of DSPs, so compression, EQ, de-essing, noise gating, all of the stuff that you would need to have a professional sound. We've even got a sample player on the right-hand side there that you can see, so you can
Great.
play back stings, interviews that have been pre-recorded. We've even integrated 3 channels that have mix minuses available. So USB for recording, which you can multi-track record. We've also got a mobile device channel in the middle right next to the USB and the Bluetooth.
We
And
were
then-
demoing that with people that were walking by that were just totally enamored with this thing.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
were blown away. I was on my phone, they were over there, and it just sounded like,
Totally.
wow.
And
Yeah.
the thing is, whether you're connecting with a cable, with a TRRS cable, or whether you're connecting via Bluetooth, you can have a mix minus on both channels, which means that you're going to, have no echo on your phone calls. It sounds fantastic. And you can even use those channels just to play back music or pre-recorded content as well.
Yeah. And you've just scratched the surface. What else?
Oh,
What
man.
else
Like
does this
this,
thing do?
the whole idea with the Rodecaster is to make something that was really intuitive and easy to use, but was also super powerful. So in terms of all of the DSP on board alone, it's even got Aphex processing on board. So the
couldn't believe
classic
it.
Oral Exciter and Big Bottom, we've got that on board for the voice channels, for the music channels, for everything. You can multi-track over USB, and you can record dry tracks if you like, or you can record the tracks that have all of the DSP on the channels.
Yeah.
But it's all pre-fade. So if you've made a mistake in the show and maybe you had someone muted that had something funny to say or something, you just go into the multi-track edit and you fix it up in post. So
You just pack so much stuff in there. I'm not just blowing smoke here. Because
sure, yeah.
It's a game changer. There's no one else that has that unit right now,
Yeah.
or that has something that does what that thing does.
Yeah, no, there's nothing that integrates all of those features into one console. And I mean, that's at Rode what we do with any kind of product like that is we're looking at the end user and what they need to be able to make their content. So we're always thinking about creators, what they're doing, what are the barriers to being able to get started. And even for us, like we, as a microphone manufacturer, we're getting asked all the time, how do we podcast? And you'd look online and there was so much misinformation
Yeah.
on all of the advice. I mean, you guys would know it more than anybody, having...
They get calls at BSW all the time.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And
how do I do that?
Exactly.
Oh,
So
boy.
we thought, this is such a great opportunity to integrate all of those features into one easy-to-use console. We don't have complicated settings. It's all very intuitive, and you can get a great sound straight out of the box. You turn up a fader, select your voice type, select your microphone, and start podcasting.
Not to give the game away here, but do you guys have a lot of young people like you working at the company? Because this is, I don't I don't think old farts would have come up with something like
Man,
that.
you know what? Like some of the best ideas that we have come directly from some of the senior management guys.
Is
like,
that right?
Peter Friedman, like he's the owner of Rode Microphones.
Yeah.
He's been doing this since he started Rode back in the
So he's
the
still pretty
90s.
hip and knows what's.
Oh yeah, man. He's like
what's
every
going on.
new product conversation that we have. So
Yeah,
it's
good.
a massively diverse team. We've got a lot of young people, especially in our content creation team, and they're always involved in the product discussions. You know, so that we understand, the needs of everybody who's actually producing content these days.
How many
And,
employees do you guys have?
We've got about 250.
Oh
all
my
up.
God, really?
Yeah. So the majority of those are at our factory in Sydney, Australia, but then we've also got, an office in the US where we've got a team here. We've got a couple of offices in the Asia Pacific region outside of Australia as well. So yeah.
Great. Dumb question, but Rode, what does it mean?
Right. So the brand
Is it a dumb
name
question?
Rode, it's not a dumb question.
Okay. No
I can
dumb
tell you a
que-
funny story.
just stupid
Yeah.
answers, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story about this one. So the slash through the O on Rode, Peter Friedman, who started the brand, his mother was actually Swedish, so it's kind of a bit of an homage to his Swedish heritage
okay.
there.
Yeah.
But the name Rode actually came from the very first microphone that they had was a microphone called the NT2.
Yeah.
And when Rode first started, before Rode Microphones started, it was Friedman Electronics, which was Peter's father's business that did, PA systems, they did live sound, they did all this kind of stuff.
Okay.
And at one stage, they got this microphone and went out to see if they could sell it, right? The very first microphone, they created the electronics, made this great mic, and we had this sales guy who was originally English named Colin Hill. And he said to Peter, he was like an English guy with, all the slang and everything. He said, man, this is going to, sell faster than a rat runs up a drain pipe. And so they called it the Rodent 1, right, the microphone.
Oh, my.
And then it
That's
became
cool.
the Rode NT series microphone. So that's literally how it started.
Okay, so I'm glad I asked now.
Yeah, it's a really
That's a
really
good
cool
story.
story. Yeah. So that was the origins of the Rode brand name. And nowadays, we've got over 200 products that we're selling. It's in all sorts of different fields, from radio broadcast, podcasting stuff, all the way through to filmmaking, wireless microphone kits, interfaces,
Oh,
mobile
speaking
journalism.
of, I guess, did you bring some? Is this new?
This is brand new. So this
You
is
want to pop those? The camera will pick it
Yeah,
up.
let's see if we can get that on the camera. This is a brand new release for the show. This is called the Rode Wireless Go. Now, this is the world's
Oh, you can
smallest
hold it up a little
bell
more.
pack
There you go,
transmitter
thanks.
receiver microphone system. And it's so small that it only weighs 31 grams for the transmitter and receiver. So feel the weight of that receiver right there. Isn't that incredible?
Can I pop it on?
Yeah, you sure can. Yeah. So if you turn that on, I'll turn on my transmitter here, and then you'll see as soon as the transmitter's on. Now we've got level running straight into the unit, and that's because the transmitter is actually so small and compact that we put a lav mic into the transmitter. And the idea here is that you can clip it straight onto a shirt like this and start recording an interview with somebody immediately. So you can get that output cable there, pop it into the side of the receiver, onto your camera or onto a sound bag, and immediately you're recording crystal clear digital audio.
There's nothing like this out right now, is
No, there's nothing
This-
at this size
Yeah,
with this
man.
kind of convenience. But if you do want to use it as a traditional pack, there's also a 3.5mm TRS input so that you can use a standard lav mic. It provides plug-in power so that you can pop this on your belt or hide it if it's a creative kind of shoot where you can't see microphones. And it's then the tiniest little bell pack transmitter that you've ever seen. So it's got an inbuilt lithium battery that's going to last for up to 7 hours on one charge. Comes with 2 USB-C to A cables so that you can charge them over USB-C. You can power them constantly over USB-C. And it's so easy to use because you turn it on, it immediately syncs up, and it's an adaptive frequency hopping system. So basically what it is a frequency agile system. So it's constantly scanning the entire frequency band and hopping to the best transmission frequency. So you never have to worry about setting your frequencies.
Bitchin'.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the coolest thing is that these little clips actually double up as shoe mounts. So if you've got a camera that's got a hot shoe mount
I
on the
see
top,
that.
cold shoe mount, you can just slide it straight in there, and then it goes onto your camera, and it's perfect setup.
My God, you thought of everything.
Oh yeah, there it is. And it comes with this little windshield that you can pop directly onto the transmitter unit like this,
Well, isn't
right?
that adorable?
So that if you've got it on your shirt and you're in a really high wind environment, you can sort it out. And then you've also got this little pouch that it comes in, so that you can put the whole system. Like, have you ever seen a wireless system that could fully fit inside a pouch like this?
No.
You could keep a couple of them in one pocket, So it's
That's great, man.
yeah, that's the latest, from Rode. So we've been busy. Our guys have been working on new products all the time. Now the pod mic that we're listening to right now.
Yeah. Can I tell you, when we put these on the stand here, these OC White stands,
Yeah.
these things weigh a ton, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, how much are these?
Right. So these are $99.
Okay, so usually like a $99 microphone, you could just...
Totally. You're never going to get a microphone like this for $99. And the idea with this is that as a kit with the Rodecaster Pro, you can get this whole solution for literally with stands and everything for less than $1,000, and you can be up and running with a professional podcast. This mic is a dynamic capsule, so that if you're in a room where it's maybe a little bit noisy, like where we're at right now, it doesn't pick up too much of the background
really
noise.
Great.
Sounds really nice and
I'm
crisp.
super impressed with the sound of this microphone.
Oh, great, man. Yeah, it's sounding nice on this podcast right now. We've got suspension on the actual swing arm here. So at the bottom of the swing arm and on both sides, so that if you've got taps on the stand, you don't have much coming through into the microphone, so it's nice and isolated. It's got an internal pop shield. You can also use the Rode WS2 on the outside of that as well. And just direct XLR out. It's fantastic.
You guys are kicking ass.
Thank you very much. It's a big team that's working on all the new products at Rode all the time, and they're always trying to think of how do we make better solutions for people that want to create really cool content, and that's our whole goal.
Well, that product that we just showed over yonder, Rodecaster.
Yeah, there we go. And there's more to come with the Rodecaster. We've got firmware updates. When we first launched it, it recorded to a stereo track, fully mixed. Now we've got multi-track over USB, which was something that everyone was requesting so much.
Man.
We've got all sorts of different updates coming for it in the coming months, so stay tuned. The Rodecaster Pro is only getting better. For everyone who even owns the first one that went out the door, they firmware update it, it just becomes better every time.
Great. Ryan Burke, Senior Sales Manager, Rode Microphones. Now we know what the name means.
There you go. Now you got the story, yeah.
That's cocktail talk right there. Hey, you guys know what Rode means.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for coming all this way.
Hey, my pleasure. Thanks so much for having us on the show.
Thanks, man. We'll be back. Is this it? Are we done for today? I think we're done for today. So tomorrow, day 3 here at NAB 2019 with BSW Television. My name is Mike West, along with my partner Ryan Burke. And thanks, Nigel. Nigel's running all the stuff behind the scenes. Have a great day, great night. See you, Las Vegas.
Sounds as real from